Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Christina Artistry, and today I'm going to show you guys all things rare beauty. I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys were interested in seeing a in-depth review of the brand, what they're all about, and you guys of course said yes, and of course I had to go run to Sephora that minute and go buy everything. In reality, I just needed an excuse to buy more makeup. You guys gave it to me, so here we are. We're gonna do a makeup look, and I'm gonna give you my first impressions, as well as at the end give you all the details of each product, as I always do in my reviews. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys a good in-depth review of everything. I wrote everything down prior to this, all the information and questions you guys might have, and then I'm gonna kind of go one by one and tell you guys what I liked, what I didn't like, give you the whole rundown. All the products range under $30. Yes, girl, under $30. That's the best thing about this, because I didn't break the bank. I was super surprised when I got to the cash register at Sephora, because I bought a lot of stuff. Don't come for me. And I was pleasantly surprised that it didn't break my bank account. It's super affordable, and I love that. They are cruelty, paraben free, and vegan and non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic. Basically what that means is that the products will not clog up your pores, and it's going to keep your skin smooth, beautiful as always. Yes. So this is a fun fact. 1% of all rare beauty sales goes towards the Rare Impact Fund to help provide mental health services to underserved communities. And they have already pledged to donate $100 million by the next 10 years. That is absolutely amazing. So not only is she giving back, but by you purchasing her stuff, you're also giving back as well. I wanted to talk really quickly about the bottles and the design of everything. So really cool fact about all the designs, from being super sleek, beautiful, and modern, they have this beautiful knob on top, which is actually for people who suffer with arthritis. It's so that they can open all of the packaging much easier than other packages before. All of the packaging has a little knob on top, from the foundation to the concealer to the blushes. The lip balm actually has a magnetic clasp to the packaging, but unlike other packagings, it's pretty light, so it's not a super strong magnetic hold, so it's easier for people with arthritis. And the pen too is super, I love the way the pen feels. It feels like a calligraphy pen, which is what she intended, and I'm assuming that's so that it's easier for you to control the pen while you're doing your eyeliner. I loved that, and I just love how it feels. It feels expensive too, like the feeling of this, it's like a nice, I don't know how to explain it, but I like how it feels. So the mist that we have here is $24. That is for 2.87 fluid ounces. So I'm gonna go in and spray and prep my face. Ooh, that smells so good. I instantly love the smell of this. It literally smells like spa in a bottle. And I like the texture. It's kind of hard for me to tell whether or not anything, because I just put it on my skin, but right now I love the smell. It smells good. We'll see later after what it does to the makeup. Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation is $29 for 1 fluid ounce, and it comes in 48 shades, and it's a skin-like finish that comes in cool, warm, and neutral. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this all over. This has a, what is this called? A doe foot tip. I love when foundations have this kind of application method versus the pumps, because I feel like I waste less product this way. Try a little bit and see how that goes. Using an e.l.f. foundation brush, and I'm just gonna buff this into the skin. So instantly, I love the color. I would say perfect match. I had gotten a different color yesterday at Sephora. With Corona and everything, you can't really test out the colors, so I kind of eyeballed it as best as I could. And when I swatched it on my hand and I got home, I was like, oh no, this is way too yellow. I will say that they run a little bit on the cooler side, so my suggestion would be to go with the warmer foundations. Yesterday's tone was supposedly a neutral, and I found that it was very yellow on my skin, and I don't really love that. So I went with a warm tone today, and this is way better. So this is in the color 310W. I can tell right off the bat, looking at the monitor here, I love the finish on camera. It's really skin-like finish. In person, I do really love the finish It just gives me enough coverage on the face. I'm sure I could build more if I wanted to. The Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer is $19 for 0.25 ounces. Comes in 48 shades, skin-like finish, also in cool, warm, and neutral. Pretty cool tone because I also had to change this one. I went a little bit warmer, so actually, this says 300C, but it looks a little bit more peachy. That's interesting. Anyways, so it has an angular applicator right here, and that's an interesting shape. I don't think I've seen this kind of shape before, so let's see how the concealer goes. I feel like that's a lot of application right there, so I'm only going to put a little bit there, and then I'm going to the tail. It's interesting that this is supposedly a cool toned color, but it's actually peachy, so I don't know. I put some down my nose. Are we gonna contour today? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. So a little bit goes a long way, I would say, with this. You know, I had seen a review and they said that this was a pretty lightweight concealer, but I would say this is a pretty normal, creamy concealer. I think the concealer is really nice. I like the consistency of it. I think that if I wanted to put more coverage, I could. But then again, I don't really wear that much coverage under the eyes anyways, unless I'm doing a full glam. And even then, I don't really love heavy concealers. Like, I'm not a shape tape. I'm not a shape tape person myself. I just find it super drying under my eyes and a little too thick for my taste. So this is right up my alley. You guys know that I'm not big into powder anyway, so I probably won't be setting this. We're gonna do what I would normally do, and I would really only set under my eyes. So I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just gonna take it on that brush that I always like to take, that fluffy 224 brush. 224? Yeah, 224. I'm just gonna dust a little bit underneath just to make sure that this stays and doesn't move on me, but it's the lightest amount, as you guys saw there. That's basically all I'm doing. And now Selena doesn't have bronzer, so I'm gonna go in with my cream bronzer from Fenty. Now that I'm Bronze Goddess, I do love how it all melted in together. It didn't cake up or anything. I got the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, $20 for 0.25 fluid ounces. Comes in 8 shades, 4 dewy and 4 matte. Super excited to try these because you guys know I love cream liquid blushes, and I've heard really good things about this. This is supposedly super pigmented, so we're gonna go with a light hand, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a few dots here. Ooh, that's a pretty peachy tone. And I'm going in with a clean brush, and I'm just going to buff this in. So I'm really interested to see how this is gonna dry because it's supposedly a matte finish. So they are super pigmented. And I feel like on camera you can't really see. I mean, you can see the difference, but not really. So I'm gonna put, ooh, I'm kind of nervous. It's kind of like that TikTok where they're like,
girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
You could definitely see it in person, that's for sure. This is so pretty. Ooh. Oh, it's so, I feel so youthful. I love it. Yes, come through. She doesn't have any eyeshadow products, so I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadows that I have. Next up, I have the Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner. The liner is $19. Okay, so I have to be honest, I'm a little weary about this only because yesterday when I tried this on my hand, I felt like it was translucent and it wasn't as dark as I was expecting it to be. The expectations are a little low right now because of that. So I guess we'll see what happens now. I've heard some mixed reviews on it, so I'm interested to see how this is gonna be on my eye, if that was just on my hand. So let's go. So I'm just gonna go in. I don't really wanna do a whole wing. I mean, I'm gonna do like a small wing. I want like a thin line for this. I don't wanna go crazy. So I'm interested because this is a calligraphy style pen, and I'm interested to see how thin this actually can go. So I'm gonna start here. Oh, you know what? It's actually pretty black. I'm surprised. Okay, so I was totally wrong. I think it's just that I didn't shake it yesterday because now it's black as black. So ignore what I just said. We have to try this fine tip, right? Guys, I'm gonna be so pissed if this tiny wing comes out ugly. Okay, not bad, not bad. Ooh, yes, baby wing. You didn't fail me. Okay, let's try to match it on the other side. I will say that it's not as matte as other liners. Like, it has a little bit of a sheen here on the lid, but otherwise it is pretty matte. Okay. Ooh, we are ready, girl. We are ready. Popping on my Huda Beauty mascara. You guys know this is my current go-to. I am obsessed with this mascara. It just, I don't know, it does something to these lashes, wakes these babies up. I love it. The blush, the face, the skin, the liner. It's so pretty. I just feel like I have a full face of glam, even though I'm natural-ish. It's definitely not what I looked like 5 minutes ago, I can tell you that much, or 20 minutes ago, however long it was. I don't wake up like this. So for the lips, I ended up getting 2 colors of the liquid lipsticks that she has in the collection, and then I got 1 of the lip balms. So I want to try all 3 for you, and let's get started. She doesn't have lip liner. I'm gonna do lip liner because I know myself and I need a full vibe. Otherwise, I'm just gonna play myself and I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna go in with Brave first, and this is like an orangey color, so let's go in. So they're really creamy. So I really love this color. Ooh, yes, girl. Ooh, lip come through. Okay, so right off the bat, they're super creamy. It feels like mousse. They're not drying, which I really like that about this. Like, they feel super moussey, but it still gives me that matte effect on the lips. Let's try on Fearless. Honestly, on camera, I feel like it looks a little redder than what it actually is. So hopefully it's not showing how it is showing there, and I can tweak it later because I like the vibe I have here. And this is Praise. So my top favorite is definitely Brave. Brave is my favorite. This feels like butter. You wouldn't put a lip liner, but since I have so much glam going on, I needed a lip liner to, like, you know, make it like beautiful, pretty together. I really love it. On camera, it looks a little bit more orangey than it does in person. So for me, this is definitely going to be a rebuy. I really love the way it smells, and I love what it did to my skin. I'm excited to try this out with different foundations. If you guys want to know what I think about the spray on different foundations, let me know down below, and I'll make sure to either have it on YouTube or Instagram for you guys. Again, these go super yellow. Like I said, although this one, I don't know, the colors are kind of weird because this is a cool concealer. However, it is a peachy tone. I would say this is peachier, in my opinion. This is more peachy than it is yellow. So honestly, just open them up, check them out. But they do gear towards more yellow, but just test it out. Don't go by what it says, cool or warm, neutral, I don't know. The label might be off, or maybe I'm colorblind, but to me, this is peachy. So what it claims is a creamy and hydrating yet super long-lasting sweat-resistant concealer. I would say it is super creamy and hydrating. It is a lightweight concealer, but however, it is super pigmented, and I feel like it's super buildable because I got a lot of coverage under my eye. You know, there is a little bit, you can't see it on camera, but in person, it's a little bit dark here. Like, I didn't cover it 100%, but I kind of like that it's a more natural finish. I do really love the concealer. I feel like it's super glowy underneath the eyes. I don't feel like it's super heavy or drying. that's how I feel about shape tape, whatever it's called. I feel like it's so drying that it's just too much for me. I really like that this hydrates, and as you get a little bit older, you need something that's hydrating. So I love that this is hydrating under the eyes and not super drying. So it is a long-lasting color pigment for all-day wear. A little bit goes a long way. A little bit definitely goes a long way. You guys are seeing me on camera, so it doesn't look like I have a lot on, but in person, I'm pretty sure when I walk out here, my family's gonna be like, what is going on your face? But for the camera purposes, I had to put a lot. But in person, a little bit goes a long way, which is so mind-blowing because usually cream blushes, liquid blushes, they do not layer like this. You have to pile on the product in order to get a little bit of blush, but this is super pigmented. Aside from that, I'm so blown away about the matte finish on this. They are, I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. They melt with the foundation and the concealer. It melts with everything. This is one of my favorites. I love the rosiness from within. This is probably gonna be one of my new favorite liners. I love how I was able to create the small cat eye. A lot of the times with eyeliners, I end up creating much bigger ones because I messed up. But this time it was super easy. It is a calligraphy inspired tip, making it easier to create thinner and thicker strokes. That is a yes. I would say that it was super easy to create the thin line and super easy to create a thick line. And again, because of the way that they designed it, you have so much control over the pen, so it makes it easier to create your smooth lines. Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream is $20 and comes in 12 shades. They claim a velvety matte finish with a soft blurring effect. Lips look fuller, smoother, and more plump. Lips feel comfortable all day, no drying or caking here. I will say, I changed 3 lips for you guys on camera. Normally, if I just change my lip one time, my lips are super raw, or they don't layer the same once I've already removed and reapplied. But this lip souffle looks so seamless on the lips. I love how soft it is. It feels like mousse on the lips. They're so soft. It's not drying. It feels like a pillow. Literally feels like a pillow. I wish more liquid lipsticks felt like this, because a lot of the time when you smack your lips together on liquid lipsticks, they kind of stick and they get too dry. This literally feels like it's like a kiss. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but these are so amazing. I'm really blown away with this line. I don't know if I'm the only one who's like obsessed, but I'm obsessed with the entire collection. The entire collection. I'm blown away. With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balm, which is $16, 9 shades. It feels comfy and cushiony, never gets greasy or sticky. I am a sucker for lip balms. This lip balm is super yummy. It wasn't sticky. I haven't worn it all day, so I can't really give you my opinion on whether or not this is the best lip balm out there. For what I tasted, for the little bit that I got to try on, I really loved it. It was super buttery on the lips. I loved that I was able to build the color to make it look like it was a lip gloss, but if I really wanted to just have a sheer tint of color, I could have done that too without the lip liner. All right, so the things that I would totally 100% buy, I'm gonna rate them for you. If you are a girl like me who likes lighter foundations but still wants coverage, definitely invest in getting the foundation and the concealer. If I wanted to be light on the coverage, I can just apply a little bit and still give me enough to where I can go out for an everyday type situation. Or if I want to build up to a beautiful glam but still have little product on my face, this is like amazing for that. The liquid blush, you guys already know I'm obsessed with the liquid blush. Liquid blush is a win. I mean, I feel like they're all a win. I don't think there's a not a win, but liquid blush for sure. Lip is just, it's a pillow on your lips. Like, if you don't try this, what are you doing? Of course, the eyeliner. I love the eyeliner. It's super easy, super matte, super black. I love it. I love how it feels. I don't know how I can continue to explain it, but I love how it feels, and you guys have to try it. So basically, you're gonna have to spend all your money because I loved everything. The only thing that I would say maybe don't buy is the spray, but even that I loved because it smells so good. I'm sorry if I didn't make this any easier. I just really loved everything. Guys, so we are back in my room. It's 6 hours later, and I wanted to give you guys an update on, sorry, I gotta like step back. I don't have that much space in this corner of my room. Wanted to give you guys an update of the makeup. Basically, it's been 6 hours. I haven't touched up. I feel like I'm a little bit shiny here, But you guys know that I like doing makeup because I'm dry and, you know, people might think I'm oily, but I like it. But if you guys would want to touch it up, I would just put a little bit of powder. But as far as coverage and everything goes, I am pretty solid. This is really long wearing. The under eye is still intact. The blush is thriving. You guys know that normally blush fades and it has not faded. I look like a blushy queen. I'm obsessed. The lip is golden. I love it. It's beautiful. It is a little bit drier now than it was earlier. So there is that. But other than that, I mean, I feel beautiful. I'm super excited to have this line. I'm so glad that I spent the money on it. And yeah, so this is gonna be like a go-to of mine for now. This is for sure, this lip combo is going to be one of my favorites, I think, going forward. I couldn't stop looking at myself today. Definitely obsessed. All right, guys, that is it for this review. I hope you guys liked it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time.